What happens when kids are smarter than adults?
All right.
Will that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
They're pretty much smarter than the adults.
You are now listening to The Backseat Critics, the movie review podcast.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Backseat Critics. My name's RJ.
My name is Andrew.
And this is a movie podcast where we suck. But you're listening, so thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate every listen.
Every click, every like. You know, I am glad that you are here so we can talk to you.
Smash that subscribe, jingling that little bell. Rate us on Apple Podcasts. Give us a thumbs up in real life.
Well, you just went from 0 to 100 really fast. Okay, so now we're going to match the same.
This was the best movie ever.
So far, yes. 100%. It's $9.99. Free. We're going bonkers. I actually saw that guy, the car auto sales guy on Black Friday. Like, that commercial came up. I was like, this guy still does it?
I just showed that to Jen because she's not native here. Like a week ago.
No joke.
Yeah, she had never seen one before.
It's $9.99. I was like,
It's
what?
outstanding.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, someone turned down the helium in that dude's shop. He needs to chill out.
The dude's vocal range was like, was it a Jim Neely Snick? Martin Short's character? Be like, and this stereo is going to be $5.99. You just let like ramp up. It's insane.
I loved it. We're going bonkers.
Whoa!
Anyways, for those who don't know, in Oregon, we have this crazy guy that talks really high, really quick on car sales for Black Friday with his
outrageous audio, right?
Outrageous audio. And he has pretty good deals, I guess.
Yeah.
So
shout out to him.
Yeah, check him out. He's still going. He was around in the 90s, I think. And he is still kicking and still making his vocal cords do crazy things. So shout out to him.
Good for him to not shred his voice.
You know, I wish one person would shred his voice. You want to know who that is?
Bob Chopek. Or Alex.
Alex. Never heard Bob Chopek's voice, to be honest with you. But Alex, that man.
I want to put out. This is what I imagine Bob Chopek sounds like. Because I've also not heard him. Gonna be money.
So he's like Mr. Mackey from South Park, but with like a deeper voice, and for some reason talks like that character from King of the Hill. I can't. Gosh, what's his name?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? The yellow-haired guy.
Yeah. I was thinking halfway between that and Grimace.
Yeah, that's basically what we got. Mr. Mackey in there, though.
Yeah.
Alex, on the other hand, if he did the outrageous car audio with the same jokes, I would have loved that for that boat ride. But nope, here I am talking about you again. You are on one of the Backseat Critics' most hated list.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, we have a most hated list. And it goes Bob Chopek and then Alex, the Jungle Cruise skipper.
Okay, no one else?
No, as of right now. I know we tore into a bunch of people the other day, that one time, and then lost a whole bunch of potential sponsorships, but that's okay.
Yep.
Today there is no sponsorship tearing up. We are building those bridges back, and we are tearing down the ones with Bob Chopek. Which who cares anymore?
Yeah.
No
Bob
power.
Iger's back in the house.
Yeah, get out of here.
Get out of here, Bob Chopek.
Yeah, nobody likes you. And then on the same note, Alex, nobody wants to ride on that boat anyways.
You
Not with
soul
you.
sucker.
He was an energy vampire.
That he was. Did his eyes turn pale at any point?
I don't know. He had sunglasses on.
This dude was hungover.
He's straight hungover.
Didn't realize he was just wearing sunglasses.
He's wearing sunglasses and just...
Was he wearing a bathrobe too?
He might as well have been. Like, I saw him, like, before he got on and he drove by, and he wasn't wearing sunglasses at that point, and you can tell, like, with his face and everything, like, this, he's like, I hate my life. Why am I here?
You know, I get it. Working for Disney for that price?
You know what? But you are choosing to work for Disney. You are choosing to work for Disney. I don't care. I mean, yeah, you are getting paid minimum wage in California. by golly, you know what? You're choosing to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the boat that I think they should be paid more.
100%.
But yeah,
If Walt
I
was
see what you're
around,
saying.
they would be being paid more. But no, I think this guy, understand. That's probably his part-time job. You know, if I lived in California, hell, I'd work for Disney. Part-time job.
Of course, yeah.
I'd do what I'm doing, and then I'd work for Disney on the side.
Yeah, I'd be Aladdin.
No, you're too tall.
Tarzan.
You're not muscular enough.
What are you talking about? Dude, look at this washboard.
You're a washboard because you're a skeleton.
And?
Or a pencil.
You don't think that Tarzan was out there just starving away?
He was working out with apes.
So am I.
He had a bug diet. That's how he got his muscle. I'm closer to Tarzan than... actually, no. You're closer to a number 2 pencil than you are to Tarzan. You're closer to Bob Saget than you are.
Oh, no. Rest in peace, Bob Saget.
You are closer to Andrew Garfield.
Oh, bug off with that.
Than you are. You know what? You are closer to Bill Nye than you are Tarzan.
What's my name?
Oh, no. I think actually a good Disney character for you would be a tree. Actually, no,
Sweet,
you'd be a
an
stick.
ant.
You'd be a stick.
Nah, I'm an ant.
You'd be a stick. You know what? You'd be a great magical wand for one of the fairies.
You know what you would be?
In Disneyland?
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey Mouse. Obviously. 100%.
No.
I'm Mickey Mouse there in Fantasmic. Going, do, 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 do.
No.
Yep.
100% no.
100% yes.
You're a pile of leaves that Simba jumps on and spells out special effects.
At least I have that status of having a special effect. Actually, last time I was there, I looked in the back. I watched the Lion King show. Great show, by the way. And turned around. I saw this guy. He was operating a soundboard. And I was like, I can do that.
Of course, yeah.
And you know what? At one point, that guy made it so loud. And as a person who runs sound, I was just like, homie, I get we're in Disneyland.
Cool the jets.
I was like, you are distorting the sound, though. You are ruining the show. You know what? He might be number 3 on our list, but I got to think about it a little longer.
All right.
Well,
Rob is number 3 on our list for not letting us put a hole in that wall.
yeah, you know what? We need at least a 3x5 hole in that wall. You can put a glass panel in there,
Yep.
put some curtains up when you don't want people to see through.
Exactly.
You could even put like a little piece of wood that you can just cover up the
Boom, gone.
area. Yeah, exactly. And you know what?
If you want to dress it up, put a little crown molding around it.
we can even make a slide door, a slide window. And that way you can just slide it open when you
You want
want
to spend a little bit more, you can get the glass that like frost and defrost on command.
Or slides. Have slide doors on both sides. So if one person's maybe in one room, another person's in the other room, they don't want somebody to see it, you can just slide the door
Get
shut.
a paneled window so you can slide it open and close so we can comment loudly into the other room when they need to move their mic or something.
But no, you know what? Here we are.
He is oppressing us. He's holding us back.
One of us has to sit in the hallway all the time. The other one has to be crunched up like a ball all the time. And we have to be careful because if we smack something, it'll ruin everything.
Of course. We've got a little 2x3 little area that 2 of us have to fit in.
And a
Camera
soundboard.
and a soundboard.
Yeah, no. These working conditions are inhumane.
I'm starving. Look at me. Look at me.
You see? Now you're making him a wand in Disneyland. He doesn't want to be a wand for a princess anymore. He wants to be a real boy, damn it.
I want to be a real boy.
Here we are, though. Well, how about we actually get into what the podcast is about instead of just complaining? Here
All
we
right.
are to talk about punks.
Dominoes.
Don't even get me started on Dominoes.
So we're here to talk about a movie from 1999.
Great movie, probably the best movie we have watched here.
Oh, easily.
It has Jessica Alba,
It's got Randy Quaid
Henry Winkler.
and more.
Oh my gosh!
I'm
It's got
kidding.
Ham from The Sandlot.
I was
It's
gonna
got
say Chunk from the Goonies.
Chunk's in it. Who's Chunk?
From the Goonies.
Yeah, no. Who's
Oh no. I'm conflating my actors now. My bad. My
no,
bad.
It's got Ham from The Sandlot.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's
you're
got
right. You're right.
the only one of the greatest movies of all time that you guys have not seen yet, but will be on this podcast.
Johnny Tsunami.
Johnny Tsunami.
Upcoming episode.
Before he even made it big, or before that movie even came out. Anyways, though, here we are with one of the greatest movies that we could watch.
Yes. Out of all the movies, this was hands down the best.
Easily.
It's bonkers. You've got Henry Winkler and Randy Quaid chewing up the scenery. By the way, who was in charge of casting these guys?
I don't know, but this is probably the best cast we've seen.
This was the best cast, but in my opinion, I think Randy Quaid would have made a better villain, and Henry Winkler would have made a better dad / scientist.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Henry Winkler the way he was.
I enjoyed it too, but I'm just saying it would have been a little bit better if they swapped those two roles.
Nah. You keep that.
No.
You keep that.
You swap it, now we're talking.
No. I have to disagree with you.
Yeah?
Yep. I like the fact that how it was, how Randy Quaid was as a dad, like as a nerdy dad. I think the fact that he is a little chunkier kind of plays into more soft, has a more soft look to him. Definitely gives him a little bit more of an advantage. United we stand. They even have a song. They have a song.
They have a song.
Yeah, Punks.
I was
United
over
We
here
Stand.
cooking dinner and I heard that song. I'm like, hold up.
They had a theme song for it.
That was good.
That was probably the best. That's a sign of a movie.
Yeah.
If you get your own theme song.
Yeah. We're still working on one.
So we start in this movie with this boy.
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know his name. I don't remember. Please cut this out. Damn it, Andrew.
Drew.
So we started this movie. Drew. And Drew's dad works for this guy named Crow. Mr. Crow. And
Pat was the dad.
Pat works for Mr. Crow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Drew's dad works for Mr. Crow.
Okay, I missed that second part. Sorry.
Yeah, Drew's dad. Yeah, Pat.
I apologize.
Wait, Pat's the dad. Is this the story of you? Oh my gosh, that'd make me the Ham character, wouldn't it?
I mean, look at you. A little round around the edges.
Anyways. Oh.
Sassy pats his belly.
We start in this movie though, in the sense that Mr. Crow and Pat are creating their machinery to help people walk again.
Yeah, it's like a little backpack that kind of zaps something into them.
And basically, the plot of this movie, the synopsis of this movie, is the fact that Drew doesn't want his dad to wear this pack to help these people walk because he has heart problems.
Yep.
It's Drew's birthday right away. Dad's not there. Friends come over, try to give him a good time.
Yep.
Drew's kind of a kid who gets picked on in school. We find out later or through this movie pretty quickly. We find out about that.
He loses a safety coordinator position to a guy who wears his locker
In a
pocket.
Pocket protector. And then through this though really quick as Drew loses to his old rival. Three of these friends team up. They call each other the X-Men.
For a bit, yeah.
They have no powers.
No.
None.
I do like that, was it Ham? Kept pointing out, cool, we'll call ourselves the X-Men so we can get beat up all together.
Yep. But they turn out and make this team together, and they recruit Jessica Alba and Johnny Tsunami to this team.
Mm-hmm.
And they just go on wacky adventures to basically help Drew's dad not needing to wear this pack.
Yes.
Some of these adventures are breaking into the
Into the
building,
lab.
into the lab, where
I love that this lab, where they're going to sell equipment to the black markets. They're doing all sorts of science experiments. Is right next door to a PetSmart. Just something about that was just like, what? Like, what are we doing?
They're testing it on pets.
Oh no!
Free pet testing right there.
Oh no! Is that another movie?
I guess so.
Can we watch that?
You know what? They were prepping the dog from High School Musical 2. That was trapped in the...
He's got to get out.
To
get out, he's got to wear this knockoff Ghostbusters backpack.
He's got to go there to save his girlfriend.
Yes.
So she doesn't get tested on.
Oh.
There's the movie. He's trying to break out so he can get across from Arizona to wherever these people are. California, I assume.
I think they mentioned California, yeah.
To save his girlfriend.
Yep. A much larger dog.
So they go through these scenes where they break through labs. They go through a golf course chasing scene. They go to a bar.
Yes, as ZZ Top.
ZZ Top. They go through...
Timely reference.
At one point where these hooligans, or the kid, Drew, goes and fights with a fake FBI agent set by Crow.
Yep.
To eventually go home, or go back to fight Crow in a battle royale, pack versus pack, to...
Dun, dun, dun.
Save his dad.
Yeah.
And that is the movie, basically. That's just a quick synopsis.
That works. That works.
I know we were trying to cut it down this time, so...
We did a good job.
Okay.
You did a good job.
I wish I could have made it better, and I'm sorry for all the listeners that had to listen to that, because I know it was very dry and very quick. But, you know...
We're trying to rush through this.
We're trying to save you some time so we can get to the good parts.
The parts you all enjoy. The parts you come and stay for.
And the parts that you actually want to listen to. Even though this is a fantastic movie from what we've watched so far, compared to everything we've watched, this is number one. Easily. Fight me.
The easiest watch.
Fight me.
I would absolutely go back and watch it again.
Oh, I have.
I will.
You should.
Hey, for those people out there, it is free on YouTube.
It is free on YouTube. 100% watchable. If you have Disney Plus, it is not on there.
So weird.
What kind of segments we got today?
So I did not do much preparation here.
Let's go characters.
All right. Oh no, I forgot to record something for the characters. So here's something. Characters. Who are they? What are they doing? I don't know. My number one for characters, I'm going to go with Henry Winkler.
Really? You're going to go with the villain?
I'm going to go with a villain.
Mr. Crow himself.
Yeah. I do think that if they switched Randy Quaid and Henry Winkler's roles around, it would be better. But I think Henry Winkler did like a really good job and was just, you could tell he was having fun with it.
I'm going to go with Ham.
Really?
The scene where he is eating the peanut butter in the lab when they break into the lab.
By the way, Patrick Renna.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Patrick. What's the name of the character?
Lenny,
that's right. When Lenny's eating the peanut butter when they break into the lab, and he's just getting peanut butter over everything, trying to call out to them, but he's got peanut butter in his mouth.
Yeah.
His obsession with rice cakes throughout this movie was fantastic.
He's just eating it all the time.
All the time eating rice. He even gives his buddy rice cakes for his birthday.
Yes. Yeah, right at the start.
Cinnamon raisin, I believe they were, or something along those lines.
He calls it nature's gift.
Nature's gift.
Where in nature are these rice cakes coming from?
It's funny because he has this... I just think his comedy in this movie was spot on.
I can get with you there.
When he has the pack on in the bar.
That was fun. That was a fun scene.
He's kissing the girl, and she's like, gets a little shock on her and stuff.
She turns and looks at the camera.
And she's got like a little fake electricity going around her lips. I think he was the comic relief in this movie.
He did a good job.
He 100% did a good job. I mean, he is a great actor. He was a great kid actor.
Okay.
I mean, The Big Green, Sandlot,
he took it away.
Even The Big Green.
Never saw.
He has a scene in The Big Green where he sees the other team as like what they are. So he's a goalie in soccer, and he sees them as like, if he's playing against the Pirates, he sees a whole bunch of pirates running after him.
Oh, you know what? I have seen this. I have seen this when I was a kid.
And he was the best actor in that movie. So Lenny, 100% in this was my favorite character.
Okay. Okay.
He should be up for our award.
So my number 2, and I'm kind of going in left field here. I'm going to go with Jessica Alba.
That's not left field.
I
As a
think
kid, I had a crush on her on this,
I
this
could
part.
absolutely see that. She was having fun. She was chewing up the scenery. There was this whole scene of like everyone panicking in the cars, or they're literally stealing a car from somebody, and she's just like drilling out the ignition and stuff like that. She was doing like a strong, was it Boston accent or
Yep.
or Brooklyn accent?
Yep.
That was a ton of fun. By the way, when they're stealing that car, that lady was losing her mind.
Oh, yeah, and that guy that
She
comes
was, like,
running out.
She was like screaming like she was being murdered.
So, just so everybody knows, we should probably get some preference behind this part.
Should we?
100%. So they recruit Sam to the team, but some of the guys are kind of like,
She's a girl.
she's a girl.
It's a 90s movie. This is what we're doing.
So she goes, hey, let's go see what I can do. I'm like, check out these guns.
Yeah.
So they go in, and what she does is she steals cars for repo.
Yep.
And so she's stealing a car, and there's this lady freaking out. Just, you're stealing my car. Well, she gets her, I assume, boyfriend or son.
I assumed boyfriend.
Probably boyfriend.
The dude looked like one of the Russians in Die Hard.
Yeah, it looked like
Like the guy was stacked, and he comes out with this metal club,
what's his?
like Captain Caveman.
He looked like he should have been in WWE.
Dude had long hair too.
He wasn't really that buff though. When the first time I saw him as a kid, I thought he was super big, but in all honesty, rewatching it, I was like, he's just super tall.
It could have been the camera angle too. It was kind of down facing up.
No, I meant like as a kid, you probably look at it and go, "Oh, he's got some definition to his arms and stuff." And as an adult now, I'm just kind of like, "Bro, works out maybe once in a while."
It's also the 90s when we didn't really have this mass obsession with just like toning in and working out like that.
True. So the not as big. Maybe he's probably big for his time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
They definitely live in a place where they did drugs.
Yes.
100%.
That was like a knockoff Motel 6. Motel 6 was glad it wasn't this.
The homie comes out with a baseball bat. I mean, yeah. Anyways, they steal this car, and that's how we meet Jessica Alba
Yes.
in this movie.
But yeah, she's my number 2. I think she was a
Good
good
number
character.
2.
Yeah.
Good number 2. My number 2 is going to be Johnny Tsunami. Johnny in this movie. Just the way he's selling cards, fake cards, signatures, that sort of thing. He goes into the bar and tries to sell a card that
That was a good scene.
shouldn't have existed.
And that bartender calls in the bouncers to like get these guys out.
Yep.
Also, who's checking IDs here?
Also, I love the scene with him where at one point they hack into the suit. There's one suit that kind of controls the backpack that they're wearing. And these kids, by golly, hack into it. I didn't know that they had Dexter's Laboratory on the team.
Did you notice when they first showed the remote for the backpack, the kids got a massive like Goofy statue?
Yes.
Who's got that? Where can I get that?
You can spend $20,000 at least to get one, probably. Nowadays, I would say it's probably about $20,000. That thing's probably worth $20,000.
What do you think it was worth back then?
Maybe a couple grand.
Okay, so why is the dad have to work? Why can't he quit if they've got that kind of money?
These kids, though, hacked into the suit.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Like, that one kid just hacked into anything.
Yeah.
He's not making my list, though. But Johnny,
He's just
though,
like, bop, boop, beep, boop, bop, boop, boop.
when he hacks into the suit, he's wearing the suit.
Yeah.
That's going to control the backpack, right?
Okay.
And all the dance moves that he is just pulling off. And
I missed this part.
it was right when we walked in, or I walked in, and that's what was about to come up. So when Johnny puts it on, he is just making Mr. Crow slap his butt and
Right on.
do all these dance moves, moonwalking,
Okay.
all these stuff. And, I mean, for that, I give him number 2.
Okay. You know what? Okay. My number 3, I'm going to go with Randy Quaid.
Okay.
He's not generally my favorite actor, but you could tell that he was the guy was going over the top in this. His energy reminded me of, if you look at like old 60s, 70s like Roger Corman horror movies where like the guy or the girl's like being attacked by the monster, she's like, "Oh my gosh, ah!" And it's like totally hammed up, and you could tell they're just like, they're not threatened by anything. Like, it's super obvious. Like, that's the kind of energy that he brought to it, and
Do
I
you
thought
think
that was
Randy
great.
Quaid brought that energy?
I really thought he did.
I thought he brought more of the energy of he needs an inhaler.
He does need an inhaler, but
He needs an inhaler. He's the guy taking a bunch of medicine. Like, you know the kid that had the pocket protector
yeah,
in the beginning of the movie?
yeah.
That might be Randy Quaid as a kid in this movie.
That kid was 50 years old.
What you talking about, Willis?
The kid looked 50 years old.
Sure.
He
But
looked
I
like a
think,
short 50-year-old.
I think that kid was like,
Randy Quaid's real son.
yeah,
Better movie.
probably. As they try to take over.
Probably in the movie where the dog from High School Musical digs out, gets his way to PetSmart where they're experimenting on the dogs to find his loved one. Randy Quaid probably works there, finds his love.
Number 3 for me.
Go for it.
This is going to be the security guard we see when they break into the lab.
Really?
Yes.
He had a very short scene.
He did have a very short scene, but I'm sitting here thinking about it. And I was like, Drew, nah, he was a big whiner the whole time. Didn't really do anything. Maybe got tough once in a while.
He had an inspirational speech once, but yeah.
Had a good fake when they try to, in the golf course, they're chasing him and he fakes like he's going to dive in the water with Johnny and then they go in.
Fooled in the other guys.
But
Fooled.
no, I don't want I'll pass on him. I don't want to do Jessica Alba's character. She probably is my number 3 in reality, but I just don't want to give Jessica Alba that credit right now. Even though she probably deserves it. Should be number 3 at least. The other kid, I forgot his name in this. What is his name? What is his name? What is his name? Give me his name. Ronnie just complained the whole time, was a party pooper. If you ever want to invite a party pooper to your party, the party on the poop, that would be Ronnie.
Oh, there's also a Drew and Miles.
No, it was Miles. That's who I
Miles.
was thinking of. Miles. Nope, Miles sucked. Drew sucked. Henry Winkler, yeah, he did a great job. Don't want to give it to him, though, because he's the Fonz, and he's got a lot of rewards because, hey. And we don't want to give it to Randy Quaid because, you know, he's also a great actor, very achievable. So I'm going to give it to the guy who nobody knows, the security guard.
Okay.
Hear me out on this. Mr. Security Guard. Reason why I gave it to him
John
is,
Nielsen, by the way.
that's his name, John Nielsen. John Nielsen did a fantastic job as Patrick in this movie. He's known as Lenny. As Lenny is running around, eating a whole bunch of peanut butter around you, and just causing a muck. And you're sitting there knocked out, not laughing, not smiling, just blah. Fantastic job. Congratulations. You did a great job.
Okay. That's a good
I
pick.
would have lost my stuff.
That's a good pick. All right. Do you want to go into can't really do costume design. Do you want to do sets?
I was thinking scenes.
I was going to save scenes for last.
Okay, well, sets and scenes are almost the same thing right here.
No.
Almost.
No.
They're so close together.
No. Scenes we're talking about like points in the movie where like a character development is happening. This is a set is the location.
Okay, so we'll pick our favorite locations. Sets. Let's talk about sets, baby.
Just you and me. Okay, number 1, lab.
I 100% agree. Looked like a good lab.
There's all the bleepy bloppies in the background, little blinkies in the
Some
background.
big computers.
some good DOS computers that they pretended were, I don't know, Unix machines.
I actually liked how they had that part where you can actually see above what's going on. Like they had like a little overhang where all the bad guys are almost at.
Oh, like
watching.
the catwalk.
Yep, where they're.
By the way, one of the bad guys was the driver in Seinfeld who Lane sent to Metallica concert. Shout out to that guy.
Yes,
for looking exactly the same.
So yes, I 100% agree with you that they did a very good job on making the lab.
This was like out of the sci-fi kind of weird stuff that we've seen, like this was on the better side.
Yes.
All right, number 2. I'm going to go with Drew's room.
So let me ask you. So in the past here at the Backseat Critics, you have said that in the 90s, they kind of have the same stereotypical boy room for each room when they show a room, rocket ships, that sort of thing. Do you think Drew's room was the stereotypical 90s boy room? And why are you going with? The people want to know.
People want to know.
The 2 listeners that are still with us throughout this adventure want to know.
So yes, it was kind of a stereotypical boys' room, but it was nicely toned down. Usually with these movies, they're covering wall to wall, just posters, or wall to wall, or just like the shelves are covered with, the little viewfinders, Godzilla action figures, which, I've got no room to speak here, but they're just packed with so much stuff. I felt like this was kind of like a nice little, they laid off that a bit.
So I want to touch base on something real quick in this movie.
Okay.
Since you talk about Drew's room, kind of remind me of the scene where his dad comes home from work, missed his birthday party.
Sorry, Drew. We'll go golfing this weekend.
Yep, the kids leave,
Yeah.
or his friends leave. He gives him a birthday present.
Oh,
Let's talk about that birthday present for a second. He gives him a fishbowl, no water in it,
No
rock,
fish.
no fish, just a fishbowl. How depressing is that?
Super depressing.
Your friends just gave you
I
rice
was
cakes?
laughing at that bit because I was like, this can't be like, why?
Your friend just gave you rice cakes for your birthday, and now you're getting a fishbowl.
Unless you have somewhere to stick the rice cakes.
That's true. Anyway, so you're saying Drew's room number 2.
Yeah, I did realize it's better number 2, but I'll wait till number 3.
Number 2 is mini golf course. Number 2 is the mini golf course, and reason being is that looked like a mini golf course I would love to play on.
That was the one that I realized that should have been my number 2.
So that's your number 3?
That'll be my number 3.
Same feels? You feel like that's a golf course you'd play on?
Absolutely. I mean, without the agents jumping around, I don't need that.
Yeah, you do.
It's
It's called quick golf.
called quick
Move
golf.
out the way, people. My number 3 will be the bar.
Okay.
That looks like a bar that I would go to. It was a nice bar.
Okay.
I felt like it was a nice bar. You just say okay, but I felt like it was a nice bar.
That's all right.
I would go there. The food looked like it would be mediocre, though. The drinks looked like they would have been stiff.
Their bouncers have the loosest checks on ID.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really bouncers at a bar normally.
I mean, okay, so the guy serves them alcohol without checking their ID.
If you look over a certain age.
Did they look over a certain age?
I don't know. Those fake beards got me. Oof. You can tell. And the fact that they're so small.
Yeah, all of like 4.5 feet tall.
Hey, you know what? Some guy comes in 4.5 feet tall with a big beard. Are you going to question him?
Those beards looked fake.
All I need is that guy to jump across the table and beat the crap out of me.
Those beards looked so fake.
Like I said, this bar is probably known for mediocre food and stiff drinks. Scenes. We're off to talk about scenes.
What's happening?
The magical wizard of scenes.
I'm so confused. Everything.
I liked my first scene would be the...
I feel like we're going to have a similar set of picks here.
Oh, yeah. Probably. First scene's bar.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That was probably one of the best scenes that we have ever watched here at the Backseat Critics.
Hands down.
The whole interaction in the beginning where they ordered a drink. Didn't they spit it out?
Yep. Immediately.
They all spit it out. The whole fight.
Honestly, the comedic timing of that was actually pretty good.
It's funny that they just knew some sort of alcohol drink too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just fun seeing Ham freak out on everyone, kiss the girl,
Puts on the backpack.
pull Henry Winkler's underwear over his head.
Yes, I forgot about that. He
Just so quickly. It's just like, bam, done.
You know what I think is funny too is that after this scene, or it was a little bit before the scene where they're trying to look through to figure out who the kids were, and obviously the kids popped
It was
up.
right before this.
And then they're still trying to figure out who the kids were.
Right.
But Ham's walking around with nothing on. Like he lost the beard. Or did he have the beard on still? Even if he didn't have the beard, if he even had
I'm
the
forgetting.
beard,
I'm forgetting.
if he had the beard on, even still,
I don't think he had the beard on.
you had a clean look at his face still. How dumb! See, this is why Henry Winkler's character was not in my top 3.
Mm.
Crow, you had eyesight of a crow, which might be pretty good actually.
I don't know.
Crows can fly and snatch things out.
I mean, they're known for using tools and being able to mimic human voice, but that's about it.
They're smart.
Yes.
Dang crows. Be nice to your friendly crows. You never know what they'll leave you.
Yes, they
Your
also
friendly
remember
neighborhood
faces.
Yes, so be nice to them.
All right, my number 2, golf course.
Yeah, I would agree. Number 2, golf course. That whole scene, like we talked about earlier, the diving
It just
in.
goes bonkers.
I would. You know how much fun it would be to run around a golf course like that,
So much fun.
especially like that where you can go like into like a tunnel, let's say,
Just like
and
crawl through,
jump around on things, dive in the water.
throw a taser in the water, kill some people.
Yeah, let's not. Let's talk about that. When I watched that, I was like, "How are they still alive?"
Right? Right? Yeah, so this they fake out a couple of the agents to jumping into the pool, and I think it was Miles takes a taser, turns it on so it's just stuck on, throws it into the pool, electrifies the water, they get zapped and knocked out. How are they not dead?
How? Yes, I was so shocked. I was like, "Is it maybe?"
So are they.
Do we have any science people a part of the Backseat Critics out there? If you are listening and you are a scientist, can you tell me that maybe the fact that how much water there was compared to the electric shock, maybe that dimmed it down a little bit? Or would the electric shock continue? Because that wasn't that hard of an electric shock, first of all. That taser couldn't have been that strong.
I remember reading that electric shocks in water will go like 25 feet uninterrupted. And then if it's salt water, it's something like 15 or 10 feet.
So, will the shock, could you kill somebody with that powerful of a shock in that volume of water? Because there was a lot of water
That's
there.
a good question. And it depends how like strong that taser is too.
First of all, good for you then Disney for catching for doing that. Second of all, why was there no deaths in that scene?
Also, we're electrocuting people. I want to see some flashing skeletons there.
People
Show me some Looney Tunes, like black silhouette, skeleton in it.
people want to see some deaths. No, not really. That was dark.
That got
we were
so
really
dark.
We just got bad there.
So welcome to Backseat Critics, where we go dark.
Where we make the movies even worse.
You thought your coffee was dark.
But in reality, though, we should have probably said death. I mean, that just came to me now. Maybe the volume and the power of that.
But as far as we know, those Miles just killed like 3 adults.
He's got a body
4
count.
adults.
He's got a body count of 3.
He's got a body count.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait so we get into movies where we can do body counts.
Number 3, the lab.
Which part?
I am going to pick the part where they break in. Jessica Alba up front, acting like she's gonna have a baby.
Baby just walking around.
I'm gonna have a baby.
I hate that I'm exactly on point with you.
Why? Those are fantastic scenes. Number 4, honorable mention would be the scene where they hack into the suit, but
Okay.
which we kind of went over in pretty good detail, I feel like.
Yeah.
But when they hack into the lab, that was fantastic.
I was almost thinking honorable mention would be like the opening lab scene where they're testing on the inmate and the inmate goes kind of bonkers. Because everyone's just yelling and freaking out.
The hacking.
I missed that.
It's amazing.
I missed that part.
It's a fantastic part.
Out of the parts I've seen.
Yes, but the hacking.
But number 3, we're talking that break-in scene. We're talking peanut butter. We're talking
All over
pizza and Skittles.
You know, I love how he's looking at all the foods that the guy's eating. He's like, "Oh, this is bad.
This is bad.
This is bad."
You're not getting your proper carbohydrates in there. Peanut butter. Oh, it's super chunky.
I think everything he was saying was probably off cue. Because first of all, you're eating rice cakes. In America right now, rice is probably one of the worst things you can eat because we have an abundance of it, and it's one of the cheapest things. So people overeat on rice.
Yes.
And same with like wheat and crackers and all of that. That's why we have a bunch of that's why our cheap food is more like that.
Yeah.
And so I think I love how he's like more into eating rice cakes and like these foods that nowadays the science behind it says no.
Yeah.
But here we are in the
not
90s.
much nutritional value in it.
I love the 90s though.
They're so weird.
I love the 90s.
Yeah.
That's probably the best generation.
Of course. That's when I was born.
Yeah. This is why the great disappointment came through. Me. But I'm still great.
You let us down. Oh.
I'm still great.
Yeah.
I'm a great disappointment, but I'm
Yes.
still great.
Oh.
With the great before it makes me still great.
You know, you're the disappointment.
No. I'm
Yeah.
not a great You know, back on July 24th, they look back and they go, this is the date of the great disappointment. You know, we have the great recession.
Your parents look back at July 24th and they're like, I feel like there was something that happened today that I should remember.
Well, that's right. We got disappointed.
Remember being really frustrated and really inconvenienced by something, but I don't remember what that is.
Yeah, I'm a great inconvenience. 18-year-olds old, back when I was living with them, they're like, I think there's somebody that lives above us. I don't know.
I don't know. Why is food disappearing from the fridge?
And here we are. Now there's a movie for you.
Story of your life?
It's kind of like Charlie Brown. You know, people are listening to this podcast, they go, they're average. I'm like, that's my life. Welcome to my life. You know, Doug, the TV show Doug? I'm pretty sure that's me.
Yeah. I could see that.
If there was a best average award in high school, I'm pretty sure I would have won it.
Oh, you would have taken that award home.
Everything average.
Yes.
I did.
C's. Across the board.
But everything else, average. Track,
Average.
cross country, average. Basketball, average.
All right. So how would you rate this movie?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10?
9.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Out of what we've seen and how we rated the others, 9.5 out of 10, easily. This is the best movie of the year that we have reviewed.
I'll give it an 8.75.
I'm done. Get over this guy again. No. That is no.
So for the folks there, RJ just threw a really disappointing and average fit, threw his headphones down and walked away.
That is not right.
And then he pulled down his
What'd
pants.
you say, 8.5?
No, 8.75.
No. This is a 9 guaranteed.
8.75.
Out of what we've seen.
It would have been a 9 if they swapped Henry Winkler and... No, don't roll your eyes at me.
No, that's it. No. Get out of here. No, this is a 9 to 9.5.
I would say the only thing holding back is that swap. You've got all the actors there. They all did a great job where they were at. I'm just saying it'd be a little bit better.
Now, you know what? I'm actually going to go back really quick here.
Oh, you're going to agree with me?
No.
That's a great opinion, yeah?
I'm going to go 9.5. Anyways.
9.25?
Think about this for a second. Oh, now you think it's a 9.25. Congratulations. We have made it to the 9s. Thank you. Finally.
No, I'm still sticking with 8.75.
9.25. I got it.
All right.
Anyways, remember in Smart House how I mentioned every single turn you want to take this movie or where Maya Gondol, it didn't.
Yeah.
This one did the same thing, but tenfold and better.
It did it better. It absolutely did it better.
100%. Like, you're like, okay, this is going to be a dry part. We are getting a little dry here. Here comes an action and some comedy. Fantastic.
I agree.
Out of what we've rated, 9.5.
I'll concede. I'll give it an 8.99. I'm kidding. I'll give it a 9.
There we go. Finally, we got a 9.
But really an 8.75.
Yeah, okay, whatever. It's a 9. Anyways, we've heard it. Don't lie.
You heard it here, folks. He gave him an 8.75.
But no, this movie was great. Fantastic. I'd watch it by myself any other time.
Absolutely recommend this movie. Give it a watch. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, if you have a dog, cats,
good.
goldfish,
Turtle, elephant,
cow,
giraffe,
tiger,
a pet Andrew.
Celine Dion,
A pet Andrew.
Alex Jones.
If you have Alex the Skipper Cruise pet, yeah, don't watch this one because you'll be falling asleep. So
It was a fun movie, but
it was a lot of fun.
yeah. Other than that, if you like this, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, recommend it to your friends. Give us a follow at The Backseat Critics, all one word, on Instagram, or check us out on YouTube. We're out!